Hello, test. 1, 2, 3. This is the city talk. Okay.
You are listening to the Siri Talk podcast.
Hello guys! Welcome back to the Siri Talk podcast, where you can enjoy and learn.
Hi, I'm Lekta.
Hello, I'm Nat. So Lecter, what are we gonna do?
Don't rush, I tell you later.
Okay.
This is the second episode. We are great to meet you and very excited. The last episode, we talked about the synopsis of the series. In this episode, we are going to analyze each of character one by one and give some talk about the background of the star in the series.
So great.
Well, I want to ask you something, Nat.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what protagonist and antagonist is?
Let me think. I think it is a kind of character in place, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Protagonist is kind of character in plays or films. The one is a good person in a movie. One movie can have more than one protagonist. For antagonist, this is contrary to protagonist.
Yeah.
This kind of character can consider as enemy, traitor, murderer, criminal. The antagonist always implies the protagonist. These two types of character are noteworthy for a plot. They can move and tie up the story and make the plot seem sensational.
Hey, wait. Later, can I say the antagonist is a bad person in the movie?
Yes.
This is so essential for a plot. Okay, thanks for sharing new knowledge.
You're welcome. In Kingdom the series, there are 3 major protagonists and 2 major antagonists, and an indistinguishable character. In other words, a great character. Before we talk about the protagonist, I would like to tell you that there are so many reputable star joy in this series. Those stars are eminent and accomplished in their career. Those are making this series more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, according to I said before, let's start with the first star.
Okay.
He is Jo Ji-hoon. If you are following Korea series, I guess you know him well. He has starred in Princess Hour 2006. I think everybody out there knows this series well. Have you ever watched the series?
The name is so familiar, so let me think for a while. Of course, I have watched the series. I remember he is a charming prince with brown, clear eyes. You know, he is tall and smart. And his skin is so brightly as the snow at the top of a mountain.
Wow.
His skin is white as Snow White, right? I really love him.
No doubt he was. He also has a lot of films in both series and movie. One of the most popular movie is Along with the Gods. The movie, both chapter 1 and 2, earned more than 200 million USD worldwide.
Ooh, such a successful movie.
So, we can consider him as a perfect actor in the entertainment industry nowadays.
Yes, that's true.
In Kingdom the series, he was starring as Kao Pin Yi-sang of Kingdom of Joseon or Joseon Dynasty. He lived normally as a Kao Pin should be, but when the king was sick and has been secretly treated for the past 10 days, no one was around to visit the king. Not even the Kao Pin himself. He tried to visit his father, but the king stood prevent in his way. Late at night, the Kao Pin sneaked out to visit his father. Wanted to know the truth, But instead of his own father, he encountered silhouette of a Ridley monster.
Excuse me, later. Can I say the queen and her father were truly men on horseback of the kingdom?
Yes, it's true.
Okay, thanks. Go ahead.
The prince investigated till he knew the physicianly who treated the king, and then he left the palace to find the physician. Outside, he saw the other side of life. There were poverty, selfishness, and misery. By the time there were mysterious violence occur, which can turn humans into horrendous zombies. Badly, the violence were rapidly spending out and getting worse. And then the prince realized everything. The violence caused by his father, and he learned that all power and ability mean nothing. As a crown prince, he must turn the power within himself on to be stronger in helping his population to survive and save from the budding zombie. Do you remember what the cause of the virus is?
Yes, I do. It's from the herb, right?
Yes.
I prefer calling it as the herb of disaster.
And with you guys, is what that if there has no that herb, everything wouldn't have occurred.
Yes, it's true. Well, as you said, a crown prince he must turn the power within himself on to be stronger in helping his population to survive and save from the bloody zombie, right?
Yes.
But I'm concerned that he really cares of his population or he need to keep his power. As in the crown prince position, the throne would certainly come to him, but the queen needs to take the throne from him. So I individually think that he just need to keep his power.
Wow, that's another perspective. I appreciate your thoughts. Well, how about you, people out there? What do you think of the carvings? So, the next one is an actress who is lean now as well. She is Baruna. Do you know her?
No, I don't. Would you mind explaining her to me?
No, I don't. Even though in Kingdom the series, she didn't show her sexy side as she did in Sense8 and Call at Last movie. But the charming of her acting still shine. In the series, she was starring as Sophie, the strong physician or caretaker. I can call her a nurse, but I prefer calling her as a physician or caretaker. In the series, Sophie was assistant physician at the Johansson family as Natniti in the south of Joseon. By the time, people in Joseon were suffering from poverty and increasingly worse more and more. So they will become sick and there were a lot of patients came to the infirmary increasingly every day. When the physician Lee came from treating the king, he brought the body of his assistant back to bury. You know what? There was a disobedient guy took the body to make soup for our patients. That's why the virus was mutated. Sophie was eyewitness who saw the beginnings of the upheaval. She was a Joan of Arc in Joseon. She never gave up and tried to rejuvenate the patients. She was the only remaining disciple of physician Lee. Sophie was loyal and never ever abandoned her patients. She kept taking care of them like a mother took care of her children. She cannot away to save her own life in so many situations, but she didn't. She stayed and stood with Carl Prince and helped him to help other lives. On my side, I think she was a good backup, and I better say this is the representative of sacrificing.
I'm with you in every aspect. I could imagine what would happen with the crown prince if without her. She was a truly sacrificer.
Now we arrived at the last protagonist. If we talk about the Crown Prince, we couldn't let him go. This is the character of a royal guard. This is Muyong, starred by Kim Sang-ho. Muyong was an intimate royal guard of the Crown Prince who took care of him and be a good friend of him. He was a clever man and he was a person who the Crown Prince can trust. This man was chosen to go with the Crown Prince in fighting the truth outside the palace. Although he was an already intimate friend of the Crown Prince, but he didn't wanna go with him. Actually, he was forced. He has a wife who was pregnant, and he didn't want to leave his wife, but he had to. Among the journey, Muyong was provoked the Crown Prince all the time, but it for fun, not that serious. But when the situation seemed to be difficult, he was the only one who helped and took care of the Crown Prince.
He's so really helpful and he is truly benefactor of the Crown Prince, right?
Yes.
As you said before, this series there are so many capability stars that making this series more fascinating. I think it's a wonderful series. Can't wait to watch it again. You know, like that? In my perspective, Muyong is a person who is very good. Even he's just a royal guard, but his action is great, really great. And you know, this character made me recall some quote. The quote is, you know, a friend who shares is a friend who cares. And I would say the Muyong character is the representative of honest, support, take care, because he helped the Crown Prince in every time. And also, he brave in fighting with zombie. I do like him.
Well, don't forget, they are the antagonists are waiting for you. Before I talk about them, I would like to give you a little bit information of those actors. The first is Yoo Seung-rong. He has been in the romantic comedy series It Is About My Wife 2013 as a Casanova. He is well known as one of the most charming actors who got #1 voted by Korean people as ugly charming in the Korean entertainment industry. His role in Kingdom is Jo Hak-joo, the Grand Chancellor. It is the major variable that moved the plot to the climax. Jo Hak-joo was nobility. He was in the Grand Chancellor position. Jo Hak-joo was full of greedy and selfish. He was behind of everything. He wanted to take control of the kingdom. Moreover, his daughter was the queen. So nobody can stop him to reach the whole power of the kingdom. This character is full of ambitious, power crazy, and cruel. He tried every single way to achieve his goal. It is to take control of the kingdom. He tried to take the throne by using advantages from the Crown Prince and the queens. He is a truly dictator. In my personal opinion, I think he is more horrendous than a zombie. How do you think?
No doubt, I think so. And I noticed that his personality in the series is so misery and horrendous. Yoo Seung-rong can touch the soul of Jo Hak-joo. What an excellent actor.
The next one.
Wait, later.
Okay.
I can't recall right now.
Okay.
Let me explain the rest of character, okay?
Okay, next.
Okay, as the cruelness of Jo Hak-joo is effect to his daughter, the queen, right?
Yes.
And that's the second antagonist. The queen starred by Kim Hye-jun. The queen was a stepmother of the Crown Prince, right?
Yes.
She had the same personality as her father. She was ambitious, cruel, bloody, and evil-minded. In taking the throne, she had to eradicate the crown prince who had truly rise on the throne.
Eradicate the crown prince. I guess to kill him, right?
Yes, that's true. If they want the throne, they have to kill the crown prince.
That's bad. So what's next?
As I said, if they need the throne, right,
Yeah.
they have to kill the crown prince. But if the crown prince would be killed, there's no one deserve the throne because the royal throne must be inherited only by blood.
Oh.
So the queen needed to get pregnant, but she couldn't because the king was too old and passed away
Oh.
before she got her wish come true. So she had to pretend that she's pregnant while the king was still alive. And she built a house. I call it as the feeding house. She gathered all pregnancy women in the city to live in that house. When someday, if one of those women gave birth as a boy, that boy would be the son of the queen and inherited the throne instead of the crown prince.
So, if some of the women in that house gave birth as a girl, what would happen to her?
I think you know the answer. She would be killed, both in mother and her child.
Kill them both.
Yes.
She was really hustling. This woman is bad as same as her father. She was also harmful to humankind.
And actually, there are cruelnesses of these two people a lot. If you want to know more, come to watch this series. Don't forget there is the one left. Actually, this character is ambiguous. We can consider him as a protagonist, but at the same time, we can consider him as antagonist. So I consider him as an indistinguishable character or a gray character that lean to more dark side. This character is Yongshin, starred by Kim Song-yu. Yongshin was the mysterious warrior. He came to Daeyeon infirmary for treat his wound. When the situation seemed to be more difficult, he could help the crown prince a lot. But his personality was unpredictable, too hard to understand. He is disobedient. To bear in mind, he was the one who took the body to make soup for all patients in the infirmary. That made the virus mutate. It was the beginning of the zombie. Moreover, he has mysterious past. Nobody knew where he came from and why he had ability on martial arts. Those reasons supported why I consider him as a great character.
There can be two ways for this character, as you say. I'm agree with you every aspect.
Thank you.
Maybe he seems as a good person, but in other time he seems as a bad person. Alright, I have already analyzed all of character in the series. So now, I have lit a check of phonetic vocabulary and prepare a little bit about knowledge. Anyway, in this episode, we will focus on verbs. Okay, let's take a look. The first vocabulary is encounter. Encounter แปลว่าเผชิญหน้า The next word is investigate. Investigate แปลว่าสืบสวนหรือไต่สวน and spread out หรือ spread แปลว่าแพร่หรือกระจาย appreciate แปลว่าชื่นชมยกยอซาบซึ้งคำว่า rejuvenate แปลว่าทำให้กลับมาสู่สภาพเดิมซึ่งในบริบทของ Kingdom the Series จะแปลว่ารักษาให้หายเป็นปกติค่ะคำต่อมา suffer แปลว่าทุกข์ทรมานหรือทุกข์ยากลำบาก give up แปลว่ายอมแพ้ abandon แปลว่าทิ้งละทิ้งทอดทิ้งคำต่อมาค่ะคือคำว่า effect แปลว่าส่งผลต่อหรือก่อให้เกิดค่ะ provoke แปลว่ากวนโมโหยั่วโมโหคำต่อมา eradicate แปลว่ากำจัดจนหมดสิ้นในบริบทนี้มีความหมายตรงกับคำว่า kill ที่แปลว่าฆ่า pretend แปลว่าเสแสร้งหรือแกล้งทำ next consider แปลว่าพิจารณา the last word is pass away แปลว่าตายหรือเสียชีวิตมีความหมายเหมือนกับคำว่า die แต่มีความสุภาพมากกว่าคำว่า die ค่ะซึ่งคำเหล่านี้เป็นคำกริยา so what is verb verb is a word used to discuss an action state or occurrence and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence กล่าวได้ว่ากริยาคือคำที่แสดงอาการหรือการกระทำต่างๆคำกริยามี3ประเภทแรกคือ transitive verb is one whose action must be used in relation to an object and when using the verb it only makes sense if the verb is transferring action upon an object ก็คือคำกริยาที่ต้องมีกรรมมารับมิฉะนั้นจะไม่สามารถสื่อความหมายได้สมบูรณ์ค่ะยกตัวอย่างประโยคเช่น The virus was spreading out in Chombueng City แปลว่าไวรัสกำลังแพร่กระจายที่เมืองชงเลจะสังเกตเห็นว่า spread out เติม ing ซึ่งแสดงให้เห็นว่าในช่วงเวลานั้นไวรัสกำลังแพร่กระจายจึงต้องทำประโยคให้อยู่ในรูปของ past continuous คือมีเหตุการณ์ใดเหตุการณ์หนึ่งเกิดขึ้นและดำเนินอยู่ในช่วงเวลาในอดีตและคำว่า spread out จะต้องมีกรรมมารองรับจึงจะจัดว่าเป็นคำกริยาแบบ transitive verb ซึ่งกรรมก็คือChombueng City ประเภทต่อมาค่ะคือ intransitive verb intransitive verb is one that doesn't need to transfer actions on an object in order to make sense ก็คือคำกริยาที่ไม่จำเป็นต้องมีกรรมมารองรับแต่ก็สามารถสื่อความหมายได้อย่างสมบูรณ์ยกตัวอย่างประโยคเช่น The king passed away แปลว่ากษัตริย์สวรรคตค่ะคำว่า pass away เป็นกริยาที่มีความหมายสมบูรณ์ในตนเองจึงไม่จำเป็นต้องมีกรรมมารองรับสังเกตนะคะคำว่า pass away มีความหมายเหมือนกับคำว่า die แต่ต่างกันตรงที่ pass away จะมีความสุภาพมากกว่าคำว่า die ถ้าแปลสวยๆก็จะแปลได้ว่าจากไปหรือล่วงลับนั่นเองค่ะประเภทสุดท้ายคือ auxiliary verb auxiliary verb are used together with a main verb to show the verb tense or to form a negative equation. The most common auxiliary verbs are be is am are was were been do this does could can could shall should ก็คือกิริยาช่วยที่ทำหน้าที่ช่วยกิริยาตัวอื่นเพื่อสื่อความหมายให้สมบูรณ์ยิ่งขึ้นค่ะโดยตำแหน่งของกิริยาจะอยู่หน้าของกิริยาตัวอื่นเสมอ Joe, I focus on verb. There are a lot of verbs that you need to know more. So there are men or men on horseback. แปลว่าผู้คุมอำนาจซึ่งคำนี้เป็นอีเดียมค่ะคำต่อไปนี้จะเป็นคำนามคำแรกคือคำว่า Grand Chancellor แปลว่าอัครเสนาบดี Protagonist แปลว่าตัวละครฝ่ายดี Antagonist แปลว่าตัวละครฝ่ายร้าย The Royal Throne แปลว่าราชบัลลังก์ Indistinguishable แปลว่าแยกไม่ออกหรือแยกไม่ได้ค่ะ
Not only those difficult vocabulary, But we have also prepared some quote which you can be applied in real life. The first one is, be strong because things will get better. It might be stormy right now, but it can't rain forever. จงเข้มแข็งแล้วทุกสิ่งจะดีขึ้นเอง ตอนนี้อาจมีพายุกระหน่ำแต่ฝนไม่อาจตกตลอดไป ฟ้าหลังฝนย่อมสดใสเสมอ According to the event in Kingdom the series, you will see that the prince and his companies were fighting even though it's against all odds. But they didn't give up because they knew that someday this terrible storm would be melted away and the sun would shine again. The key is don't lose your hope, don't give up on your faith. Someday the triumph will come to the conqueror. And in real life, sometimes you can feel tired and want to quit. Keep in mind that you are not a robot. You're just human. Of course, you can be tired and you can feel exhausted. You can sit down and relax, but you can't give up. Keep doing your best, even it's hard, but someday you're gonna make your day. Keep fighting, guys. The next quote is, some of life's best lessons are learned at the worst times. บทเรียนที่ดีที่สุดของชีวิตบางอย่างอาจเกิดขึ้นในเวลาที่เลวร้ายที่สุด Based on situation in the series, the Crown Prince realized that as a Crown Prince who had lawfully rise on the royal throne, firstly, he was just a normal prince who never worked hard or even had a sense of leadership. But in the end, he turned from a normal into an extraordinary. He changed from normal into special. All of his lessons were the problems he faced that molded him into a new Crown Prince who can stand tall even when the things were tough. He was a new Crown Prince who everyone can live their life with. In reality, we all have been learning all the time since we born. When we were just baby, we learned how to stand, walk, and speak. It was a hard time for a baby, but when we got through it, we became stronger. Then, we faced another new challenges. We felt it was difficult again. We are all making mistakes all the time, meeting with the worst moments in life almost every day. But don't take them as a pressure and give up. Just embrace them because they are your best lessons. Gain the benefits from them, then you will be a new person. And the last quote is, selfishness is the greatest curse of human race. ความเห็นแก่ตัวเป็นคำสาปที่ยิ่งใหญ่ที่สุดของมวลมนุษยชาติ Back to the series, there are selfish and greedy people. There were Johakju and his daughter, the queen. These people are the best example of selfish people. They did every single way to reach their power and try to keep it with them. They didn't care about uprightness or humanity. They got the power by killing people. These two people are the crime of human race. In real life, we consider ourselves as human beings. We are always saying that the ghost, monster, or creature are scary. But you know what? The scariest in the world is human mind. As we are human, we have good education and intelligence the most when compared to other species in the world. If we don't take our ability to use it the right way, that is words. Don't be selfish people like Johakju and the queen. So, being the giver is the best.
Bravo! Woo! Last but not least, we hope you feel comfortable in this episode. We have already talked about the character, given new knowledge and expect, and the course which you can apply in real life.
Finally, don't forget to follow us. Next episode, we're gonna talk about what's reflection. Stay tuned, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.